Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our Multiblock Madness series. I am just crafting up, or thought I was crafting up, this nitrogen collector because I am trying to improve some of my crafting things here for these last two items that we need for the capacitors. And one of these is, there we go, the EV capacitor and this teleportation core. Now, there are a couple different ways to craft up this EV capacitor, if I could spell it. And one is you get 4 from this craft with some liquid nitrogen in a mass manufacturer, or you do it in a craft table and you only get 1. So, as we can tell, like, that is a lot more of these things. And these computer chips, this is no joke. I crafted up 1,000 of these computer chips, and it is very expensive. 5,000 elite control circuits, 15,000 basic control circuits, 6,000 processors, 6,000 energy, and that's just for 1,000 of those. I am adjusting this recipe, so like 19,000 of those. So if you think, if we do this recipe, we need 23,000 of these. Well, now 22,000 more of these computer chips, which we are talking absolutely massive numbers of 500,000 gunpowder. So I think it is definitely worth it to go a different route with the EV capacitor, and that is do it the 4 times, because that it's like 1 to 4, so that cuts that down 4 times. Also, you're cutting down the HV capacitors too. Wiring not as important, but it's cutting it down with that. Now, also, I noticed I've had this recipe in here forever. There is a way to actually skip this energy crystal, which requires diamonds and redstone. Not that those are overly complicated, but we can skip that with just some sapphire, so we can skip that craft completely. Now, there is also this one with molten lapis. Lazurite gems are much more difficult, so I'm like, I don't think I'm going to mess with that. We need fluoride shards, which needs this, and then all the different... That's actually... No, that's actually easier than I realized it was going to be. I thought I needed the uninspected minerals, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Although I am noticing, I'm like, oh, that's an easy way to get fluorite. Wait, no, we get fluorite from... Yeah, what am I talking about? We get it easy from that. So I think what I'm going to do is actually switch over to the sapphire recipe. I think it's this one. We get sapphires from our void miner. And that just skips a step. It might make things easier. We won't have to worry about diamonds because they still are causing some issues for me here and there. Which I did find out, for the most part, I can just, like this was causing issues. I need compressed diamonds in here. So it needs to craft up the compressed diamonds. And sometimes something would happen with this diamond recipe where it just wouldn't do it anymore. So if I just pulled it out, put it back in, it would fix the thing. The only problem is there's a few of those recipes. There's a crushed one, crushed diamond, compressed, and it's not just doing it on demand. It's like with a crafting card, sometimes they would get stuck. So I've kind of figured out where the most common recipes are, and the compressed diamond, I've just gone ahead and crafted up like 10,000 of those. Well, now we have 9,400. So I'm just trying to craft up the stuff that sometimes causes issues. Hard carbon seems to be another one. I don't know why. This recipe seems to break a lot, and I have to like remove it and then put it back in, and then it fixes itself. So I don't know, but I hope that let's just do this. All right, that does seem a bit. This used to be 8,000 diamonds, so it has it's made it a bit better for sure. And the crush, it's this diamond that's not letting me start it. I can almost guarantee if I pull that out, put that back in, try that again. Yeah. So I don't know why. Don't know. But I'm going to, I think, switch this. Do I have? Oh, I actually do have it in there. That's right. I put that in there. I don't have the nitrogen though. So that is something I'm going to fix right now. The only problem with this is there's only 2 slots for fluids. I wish there was more. Because I'd rather have like this whole back just full of different types of fluids and stuff for the thing. But unfortunately that is pretty sure that is not possible. You can only have 5, I believe. Yeah, you can only have the 5. One has to be energy, one obviously has to be the input bus, output bus, and that leaves 2 for the fluids. I mean, I could do them anywhere, but I've chosen that. But I think I'm just going to go the easier way to craft this up. I was doing liquid nitrogen this way, and this is just not very fast. Even with like the 2nd best speed upgrade, this is just not fast at all. And I was manually bringing that over, throwing it in there. But now that I need a 20-something thousand, which I do need 20-something thousand. Yeah, I need 23 of these. So I do need 23,000. I think the only one we didn't need multiple singularities was the infinity booster one. Yeah, that is not part of that craft, but all the other ones are, I'm pretty sure, right? Let's just double check really quick. Yeah, all of them except the infinity one, which we only need 4 on. So I'm gonna do, instead of doing liquid nitrogen that way, I'm going to do it the nuclear craft way. If I can figure out which one it is. Yeah, nitrogen, which we're just going to get in a collector, and a supercooler, which we can... I don't think I have a recipe for a supercooler. No, I didn't think so. Which we can put 64 upgrades in, and I can do multiple. You know, if I want to, I can do 10 of these or something like that if it gets to that point. Also, I don't know why. Sometimes it just doesn't it doesn't register when I do that. I thought that was gonna yell at me about the hard carbon alloy, but I just pulled the recipe out and put it back in, so maybe it fixed it. I could actually upgrade these casings now. I don't think, well, fusion coil might actually work. I don't know. Fusion coils do work. That is 20. It's 20 to upgrade all these. I don't know if it's going to be that much faster, but that is definitely something I could do. We should be able to just autograph them at this point. Not 10. There we go. Done. I'll do that. So yeah, this is basically what I'm kind of doing. Just upgrading everything as I go. So I'm pretty sure that just collects nitrogen, and that will put that directly in there. Yeah, and then 64 upgrades will get us lots and lots of that nitrogen cooled. Now the question is, where do I want to do this? Do I want to hide it? I kind of do want to hide it. Also, my dragon that we made forever ago, he's all grown up. He's way over there. How big is he? He's just staring at us, chilling on the tree. I just realized he was over there. I may do this underneath, I think, just to kind of hide it. Maybe right over here. We'll just pipe it in. Alright, so that is where that. Oh, also, I totally derped out with the crafting. There is actually way bigger crafting things than I realized. I never noticed them. They're down here. I was looking up here. I'm like, I didn't see them up here. I was like, oh, I guess we don't have it. No, the bigger crafting things are down here. So I've actually crafted up 4 of these big ones. And they're really not that terrible, actually. Diamonds are derping out again. It'll be the engineering processor. I don't know what is causing that, but it definitely is. It's definitely frustrating. It's adding extra time. Like, I could have just done the craft, but now I have to come up here, reset that, and now I can do it again. It's really not that terrible. It does require a lot of tungsten carbide, but I have actually gotten a tungsten seed. I used my tier 5 seed to get the tungsten seeds. Alright, so yeah. And just one other note. You actually need, for some reason, I don't know, they don't recognize the crafting thing if you don't have one of the, like, vanilla AE2 crafting things. So that's why I have a big one and then a 64K. Because for some reason, if it was just crafting cards and this crafting storage, it just wouldn't recognize it. But as soon as you throw a regular one on, it does. All right, so got some stuff to do to here. I think we're pretty much there with all these singularities. I actually, yes, I have finished the. Oh, I crafted up way too many. Wait, do I need 23? I need 23, don't I? Why did I think I needed 26? Yeah, it's 23. I don't know why I crafted up 26. But there we go. Oh, I need to get that Glimmering Dreamwood going too. So we're good on Blood Orange, we're good on Vibrant Metal, and Infinity Booster. We're 3 down, and what, 11 to go? 9 to go? I can't remember. But, alright, let's turn that off. Yeah, we got 2 of that. We got 9 Rune of Air. We're getting there with those. So, yeah, let me do this super cooler thing here. Get it hooked up to this. And, don't want to have it too far away. Guess I could do it. Well, I want to do it kind of modular in case I want to expand it. Like, I guess. I honestly don't know how fast this is. I'm like, is that going to keep up with 64 of those things? It is point. I can never remember if it's point or... Alright, let's just chuck that on there and then we'll see. Alright, we do need 1,000 per craft. I mean, so that is a lot. Let's throw some speed and... Oh, I am running low on the speed. Energy. You know what? 1,000. I'm just doing everything at 1,000 at this point. Thousand speed upgrades. Does that keep up with... I don't know if it's going to keep up. Nope. It does not keep up with that. Alright, so... I'm going to craft up multiple dense nitrogen collector. I don't think there's any other easier way to get nitrogen, is there? Than just that block? I don't know. Yeah. Compressed air, but pretty sure it's easier just to go with directly with the nitrogen. Alright, well, let me expand this and we'll come back. And really quick, it's about, I think about 13 of these dense nitrogen collectors. We're kind of at the point where most of them are empty. There's a couple that have some in, so I've actually, it's probably a bit less than that. 10 wasn't enough, 15 is a bit too much, but nice and even. I just did fluid loser relays because the conduits weren't emptying out fast enough, but as we can see, 64 upgrades. This is running continuously. It's not turning on and off, which is what I wanted. I did just throw a quantum tank there, so it wasn't turning on and off, and plus we were building a bit of a buffer. Also, good to know that these lasers can go through solid blocks. I wasn't entirely sure, but alright, so there's that. We got that. I could laser the fluid in there, but I do like the conduits. If it's not fast enough, 15 upgrades, we'll change that. But I think we're good on 1,000 capacitors. So I'm going to try this and see if there's anything I can improve. But at this point, we really are. I mean, there's not even that many steps, as we can see. I've consolidated so much at this point. I could convert all the lapis to lapis lazuli, which actually, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to do that. I'm going to slap it down here. Actually, I could just add it to that, because I think I'll do that. Now, I actually don't have the... Nope, I don't want to do that yet. Don't do that. I don't have a thing for that. I need a drawer with the thing, otherwise I'm going to get thousands of lapis in the thing. Yeah, I actually don't have the thing running at the moment. I actually maybe I'll throw a blue one on there for the sapphire. And I'm assuming lapis and sapphire would be on the same one. I was like, that might actually be an idea. But yeah, let me throw this up here. Lock it. Throw that on there. Throw lapis in there. And then I will throw lapis ore in there. Alright, cool. That should... Yeah, we do get 12 each of these. So, even though we only have 50,000 ore, I mean, that is quite a lot of lapis. Oh boy, I don't have any upgrades on there. No! No, I need more! Not Coid. Void. Do I want void? Yeah, I need a void. Wow, that filled up already. Look how fast that filled up. Holy cow. Do I want all that? Do I want it to void? Yeah, I don't want it pumping directly into the A system, because that just fills up drives. Although I was thinking I could actually make some... I could partition some drives, some like really big ones. I'm only doing 4K drives, because I don't really need any bigger, as we can see, because I keep all the huge amounts in drawers. But I could actually partition some for certain things. Redstone is another one we get tons of. It just does feel a little silly that we might be voiding it at some point. Alright, well, I like that better, anyway. But for the most part, I mean, I can't really get this down anymore. I have osmium seeds, I have titanium, I have chrome seeds, platinum seeds, iridium seeds. I mean, I have stuff for all tungsten seeds now, gunpowder. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really I can do to make this any easier. Okay, there we go. There is 1,000 EV capacitors. It is, wouldn't say easy, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. I do have computer chips already crafted up, so those are one of the more complicated parts of the thing. But yeah, the liquid nitrogen worked fine, and we have a decent we have a decent amount now. So this thing is just chugging along, juicing liquid nitrogen, and yeah, there we go. We have 6,500 buckets of the stuff, so that is pretty cool. Now, as I was waiting for, not really waiting, but as I was doing other things, and you know, we need sapphire and stuff. We're up to 52,000. We need zombie heads for the rest of our circuit boards here. I need, what do we need? 13,000 more. So about 10,000 zombie heads, I think. Yeah. So as that was kind of like waiting for that stuff to take up, I kind of I got distracted, of course. And the only reason I ended up doing this is because the boiler casings are really cheap. It's just a vanilla recipe. So I decided, instead of fluid cooling my reactor, I'm actually going to create steam in the thermoelectric boiler. And only because we're at the end of the pack and it's super easy to just go in a system and go, I need 1,000 boiler casings. I've decided to build a max size thermoelectric boiler. Now this is so ridiculously huge and so pointless, but I just thought it would be kind of funny. So I'm going to use this to create steam to pump into a turbine and produce power, only because why not? I just thought it was kind of funny. I will also build a bigger turbine, but that is a little more complicated because the turbine vents are quite expensive, as we know. They require quite a bit more things. Salt. Do I not have salt? I will have to... Cobalt. I haven't even... No, I have cobalt. I have cobalt ore. Why is it not being... I thought that would have had a recipe. Every time I think I have everything automated, there's always something, one or two things here. Anyway, enough of that. So what I've done is crafted up this boiler. It's basically structural glass and boiler casings. That's the whole thing. The only more expensive parts are the pressure dispensers there and the superheating elements there. But even those aren't even that expensive. Each layer is 256. I mean, yeah, we do need 3,500 of the scaffolding. But other than that, it's really not even that. This isn't that expensive. So, yeah. Basically, you just do the outside is the boiler casings. You can fill in the sides with structural glass. You need a layer of the superheating things. And I believe they need to be touching the outside. So if you have an 18 by 18, which is the biggest this can go, also that's kind of annoying. The texture goes. It needs to be the whole layer, I think. And then the pressure dispensers as well. So basically, if we click on this, it says this is our water. We need to heat it up. It'll produce steam. So steam up there, water down there. Now I have done this. I may actually... How do I want to do this? I need to... Alright, we have tons of... It's fine if I, like... I wouldn't say break this, but we turn this off for the water. I don't think that will... it might. Yeah, once the steam... It gets hotter if you don't have water in it, obviously. That's not. So, it'll get hotter, and... Yeah, there's like the max casing temp. And I think we can just use the heat. I don't know if these things carry enough heat. I don't really know how these things work. I have read that if you connect them, they kind of form like their own multi-block so they can transport more, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. So we have it up to here. I'm gonna click it into here and see how this works. I'm sure this is probably way too big for how much heat we're producing. I don't know. Let's see. Is it doing anything? Well, it is as hot as it goes. We are producing steam, but I feel like that's not even... Is that... I don't know if that's even... Is that producing as much as we were before? I don't actually think so. Weren't we producing like 500,000 or something like that? What were we producing? I feel like we were producing almost 500,000. I wonder if... I wonder if it's not transferring enough heat, or... I actually don't know. It is starting to fill up with steam, though. But it's just so big. That's the thing. Now, I could do... Yeah, that's a... I don't know if that's... I really don't know, actually. Let's do... How about we do this? We'll do that. I think you can do another layer or 2 or 3 of superheating elements, possibly. I mean, that's as hot as it goes, right? I mean, I don't think it gets any hotter than that. Oh, it's going up. I don't know. Should we just leave it? We'll leave it for a while. And we'll see. Now, is there a distance for these lasers? I actually don't know. Let's try, I guess. Wait. No. Too far away. I think it is probably too far away at this point to reach that. I do want to... I am curious how high this is going to get up. 700 and... Is that 20 million Fahrenheit per tick? Is that what it's saying? I don't know. Lots of crazy numbers. Well, I guess I'll let that run. Maybe I will... Did I rebuild this? I mean, I think it's more efficient heating it, and that is just so hilariously big. That really is just too big. Alright, I'm going to rebuild this over there. I want to see. Alright, we are back. I have moved the turbine, and I was away from... I built it and went away from the computer for a few minutes, came back, and I noticed, like, that looked like it was full. When I clicked on it, it says the max boil is that now? 220... 25 million... I don't know what happened. It just... All of a sudden, I came back and it was like that, so I don't know. Are we producing 25 million, or is it just because it's, like, full or something? I don't know. I don't really know the mechanics of this, to be honest. Let's do... out of adjacent blocks into adjacent blocks, and let's see. Well, it looks like we are we are doing it that. It looks about the same because the turbine's the same, and I haven't changed the reactor or anything like that, or I haven't built a bigger turbine, so that is that. Are we really producing that much? How are the temperatures dropping? I have no idea how this works, to be honest. Boil rate, max boil rate. I do need to build a bigger turbine. I don't fully understand the way the one diagram I looked at how to build this was like, I don't know why I did it this way. I need to kind of look into the mechanics, like why didn't it have more turbine vents all the way around it, kind of thing. I don't really know the math behind it. So with the bigger turbine, I don't know the exact numbers of stuff I will need for that, and like how big of a turbine do I make and all sorts of stuff. I don't fully know, although it does, now that I'm thinking about it, it does list the amounts on the wiki. I'm just going off the wiki, basically. I don't know. Should we do like... I don't know. The biggest turbine seems kind of crazy because how expensive they are. Like, just a quick glance. Like, if I end up doing this... Now, I already have some turbines. I don't know the exact amount we're going to need. But if I basically need like 1,000 more, yeah, that gets... Although, it's not that crazy. Mystical Star Petals. I have a seed for that, but I don't have it right now. Yeah, some of this stuff... I don't know. I feel like by doing this, though, we are... I mean, it's not that crazy. Looking at it, it's really not that... Okay, 556 in Power Palace is a bit... I don't know. I'll think about that. I don't know if we're going to do a max turbine, because I don't even know if we're producing enough steam for that. Alright, is this out of steam? Now we're down to 49,000. Yeah, I don't know. I really gotta... Because now we're not producing... We're only producing 5. Okay, we were producing more when it was over here. So that's kind of what I need to sort out. Now... Well, I mean, it seems kind of crazy if I increase the injection rate. Like, it's definitely... Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to... Maybe I need more layers of the superheating elements. I'll do the math on that, just to see. It does seem like when it was full... Alright, so boil capacity is 256. Like... It's 1 per that. Is it just not hot enough? Is that the thing? What happens if we do that? Does the boil rate go up? Going down. What? Did I break it? Oh, did I break the... Ooh, whoops, I broke the wrong one. That's not what I wanted. I meant to, say, turn off one of these. Is what I meant to do. Still going down. I don't know. I'm gonna have to... I'll do the math on that. And see, I'm curious how much we need to do a biggest one of these. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. So thanks for watching, and I think we're at QMD, actually. I think we've got all the singularities sorted out. Now it is time to look into QMD. So that will be next episode. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good one.